flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off from the shotgun. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They're working that left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Nebraska! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He'll start this drive firing. He's got it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And now on second down for this offense. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Works the middle of the field. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Boston College. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Cradles it at the 35. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the... and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be interesting to see.
And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies the stadium, quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback moving. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in on the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Got his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, Nebraska! Fitted in the window for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Return goes out of bounds.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. It's on target and complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Boston College right back to the line. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Steps away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Turning it on. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
The give out of the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half. Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Quick completion on the out. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a first down for the offense.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll run it from the gun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Huskers! And the route is on. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
The Golden Eagles have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Right on target this time.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on offense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy.
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
52, Boston College, 20.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Kent. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Throws for the tight end. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up 1st and goal.
Boston College will try to get it in on a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude. They didn't.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The toss sweep to the right. Spins away from the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really